At Open Circle, we share practices that help us to discover that all of life is practice. This week, our practice is being guided by Christine Mutch. Christine is guided by 20 years of pastoral leadership and teaching experience. With a longing to see all people reach their God given potential and a passion for equity and inclusion, her life's work is to empower people to find their voice and place in the world. Christine holds a doctorate in leadership and spiritual formation, an unconscious bias certification from the Cultural Intelligence Center, and is a professional coactive coach. She and her family reside in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where they enjoy the benefits of urban living, including farmers market finds, supporting local businesses, and an active front porch life. Christine, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Our practice today is an invitation to pause and to notice, to stop and notice what's going on in your body, in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, and to also stop and notice and be present to the presence of God, the divine in your very midst. My hope is that after this time that you will feel more grounded, that you will feel more connected to yourself, to one another, and to this divine presence all around us. As we continue, I can't help but wonder where you're logging in from or what it is that you are carrying with you today. Maybe it's something going on in the world, in the nation, something big and significant. Maybe it's something closer to home, something going on with a loved one, or maybe it's even something positive that you're excited about and trying to savor, something you're grateful for. Maybe it's a private difficulty, something that is really intimate, that's going on with your body, your spirit, your relationships, a project you're working on. I know it's Mother's Day weekend, and that can bring up all sorts of conflicting feelings and emotions. So whatever it is, name it. What is it that you are carrying with you today? What are you carrying? If it's helpful to you to get a little bit more centered, so go ahead and close your eyes for the duration of this exercise. And as you name what you're carrying it, I wonder where you are carrying it. Where in your body are you holding this? Is it a tight chest, shallow breathing, maybe a clenched jaw, painful shoulders, stomach upset? Or if it's something positive, maybe it's like this opening, this freedom, this exhale. So whatever it is, can I encourage you to hold out your hands and imagine placing this thing, this situation, this joy, this grief in your hands. And just sit with it. Hold it. Remove judgment. Any immediate action. And just notice how much you care. And then hold it and pull it close to you for a moment. I'm going to take us on what I hope is an embodied reading of an old ancient psalm, number 139. And you may come today with all sorts of questions about God or maybe dissonance with the Bible, and I honor that. And I think the Psalms do as well. They are written by many people, many fellow seekers who are dealing with their own highs and lows of life and who wonder, where's God in the midst of all of that? So you are not alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some chunks of this text and then add some personal commentary to help you embody and experience these words. But I want you to try to imagine it as you speaking these words to God and you dialoguing with the divine. And if you're able, closing your eyes may help you really embody this a little bit more to kind of weed out the distractions. I understand that's like absolutely not possible for some of you to do, and that's okay too. But let's start now, just taking a deep breath in, out, in, and out. And listen to these words, experience these words of Psalm 139. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. Friends of Open Circle, where are you sitting or standing right now? Where have you laid down? Where will you go out to today? Imagine that. Or what are you holding close today? Know that God is familiar with all your ways, your paths, the things you are holding close. And know that it's this loving kind of knowing. It's not judgmental. It's not that kind of gaze. It's a loving sort of gaze. God, you hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Now picture this. Imagine tucking in a loved one into bed for the night, tucking the blankets close all around the perimeter of their body. Envision this gesture of love. Feelings of delight and a prayer for rest, for health, feeling for good things to abound and hope that it will. God, you hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. Making your bed in the heavens. This is a nod to a place or a situation that's positive. What or where are those positive places or situations for you right now? Picture those. Savor those. God's Spirit is with you there. Maybe you're making your bed in the depths today or in this season. Things may feel really dark, difficult, anxiety producing. Notice and hold on to those as well. God's Spirit is with you in those places too. The psalmist goes on to say, expressing both anxiety and comfort of self. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me and the light become night around me, yet I am reminded even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. So imagine being in that dark place or a pitch black cave or a room, somewhere that you are sensing difficulty and heaviness all around. Can you feel it? The suffocation, the burden. And then the lights come on. God's power and presence are there too. The conversation continues. For you, God, created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. God, your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in that secret place. When I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before any one of them came to be. Friend, how intimate was God's role in creating you? You specifically, your DNA, your personality, your gifts, your skills, your passions, the things you can't not do, all stitched together. by a creator, with love, for love. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Imagine lying on the beach, prostrate on the ground, a beautiful sandy beach. Your hands sifting through all that soft white sand. God's wisdom and ideas outnumber those grains of sand. And this God is with you, your counselor, your strength, one who delights in you. And it is this God we say, search me, God, know my heart, test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. God, there's so much going on right now, within me and all around me, all of us. And we bring you our spinning thoughts, our most intimate feelings, our anxieties and our joys. We thank you that you will never leave us, that you are with us, that you are for us in an everlasting sort of a way, every step of the way. Take a deep breath in and out. If you're still holding out your hands, I invite all of us now to wrap an arm around yourself as if in a hug. Squeeze, hold. Feel some love for yourself and from this divine one who knit you together. Breathe in, breathe out. Amen. Let it be so.